Hey guys, Jesse Razzle here. First and foremost, I wanted to thank you for clicking through. I'm super excited about sharing the 5 biggest mistakes that I see in the paintless dent and automotive hail repair industry. It's a beautiful day out here in the Napa Valley, and I'm super blessed to be able to sit outside and record this video, share some of the information that I've learned over the last 8 years with working with paintless dent and automotive hail repair companies. Definitely the paintless dent repair industry with route technicians. I've been working with them for over 8 years now. If you don't know me, my name is Jesse Razzle. I apologize, didn't introduce myself, but I want to share this with you so I can continue to add value to the conversation. I think that it's important for you to take a kind of a step back, get a high level view of what's going on in the industry and some of the mistakes that are being made across the board in regards to marketing and growing a paintless dent or automotive hail repair industry. So I was just doing some brainstorming today, some masterminding, talking with some friends of mine in the industry, some clients, and talking about or thinking about kind of the biggest mistakes that I see time and time again when you talk about marketing and or growing your paintless dent and or automotive hail repair industry. So I'm going to go through those 5 mistakes. I'm going to talk with you about them and talk with you a little bit about what I'm seeing in the industry and why they're so important in order for you to address these in your business to help get rid of these weaknesses within your business so you can help yourself grow. So I'm going to get started here. The number one biggest mistake that I see people making on a regular basis is they're not building a marketing list. It's incredibly important that you focus on building your marketing list. That marketing list is the most valuable asset that your business has. I know that you think that it's probably the shop that you have, the tools that you have, the trucks that you have, all the different types of physical assets that you might have, but there couldn't be nothing further from the truth. The reality of it is somebody comes in and they evaluate your business, they're actually going to be looking at your gross revenue and the size of your customer base, how many people that you have on your marketing list, what it costs in order for you to acquire a customer, and what that looks like for you from a from a marketing standpoint, excuse me. So it's incredibly important. If you haven't started yet, go ahead and start building a marketing list. This can create sustainability within your company, and it can be incredibly powerful for you. Again, the marketing list is kind of the first step. That's generated with leads, turning leads into prospects, prospects into customers, and then customers into raving fans, reviews, and referral customers. So you definitely want to start building a marketing list. It's one of the biggest weaknesses, gaps in the game, as I like to call it, in the paintless dent and automotive hail repair industry. So I'd encourage you to do that. Secondly, you're not defining your USP. If you don't know what a USP is, a unique selling point. All too often I see hail companies, paintless dent repair companies, they have the exact same product offering as everybody else in the marketplace. They go out there and they promote the exact same thing time and time again. You take a look at their offering compared to everybody else's offering in the marketplace. There's no USP, there's no unique selling point, and there's nothing that differentiates you in the marketplace. So it's a crapshoot whether or not somebody chooses you over somebody else. There's no really key selling point that you're communicating in your messaging, on your marketing, and on your website. This is a huge gap in the game that I see, and the number 2 biggest mistake that I see the paintless dent and automotive hail repair industry making is they don't clearly define their USP, unique selling point, and that can be a weakness within your business. So make sure that you resolve that. The number 3 biggest mistake that I see, they don't have a strong retention program. What they do is they spend the vast majority of their time going out and trying to sell new clients, get new leads, going out there and spending all their time, energy, and resources on front-end marketing. And this can be much more expensive way to run business as opposed to a customer retention and repeat business program that's clearly defined, that can go out there and help you grow your business. You need to make sure that you have a great retention and acquisition program. You develop a sales and marketing strategy that's dynamic, that you can continue to evolve over time, and that you're continuing to look at every aspect of that sales and marketing campaign. So the number 3 biggest mistake that I see people making is they don't have a strong customer retention program and or customer loyalty program. And this can be a huge impact to your business if you just implement some strategies in order to accomplish that and to go out there and get more customer retention, get more repeat business, and let your customers know that you appreciate them and that you value them on a regular basis. So that's a huge gap in the game that I see, in the number 3 biggest mistake that I see on a regular basis. The number 4 biggest mistake is key performance indicator tracking, KPIs. Not having to clearly define any type of way to clearly define what your KPIs are, regardless of where you're spending money and or time and resources. Not tracking your performance indicators, not knowing where to scale, not knowing where you need to pull back in regards to spending, if it's marketing, or where you need to focus your attention, time, energy, and resources that's benefiting or bearing fruit. You want to make sure that you know the difference between the desert and the fertile valley, and make sure that you're out there focusing on the fertile valley and the low hanging fruit. So making sure that you have key performance indicators tracking in each channel, whether it's on Google, Facebook, and Instagram, that you really know what those indicators are. You're measuring things like your cost of acquisition per channel, your customer lifetime value, how much repeat and return business you get versus new business, and really trying to adjust that so that you can determine whether or not your customer retention programs are working and things of that nature. If you're looking at how much return business versus how much new business you're getting, and you're starting to see an increase in that number of return business, that means your customer retention and your loyalty programs are working. So these can be incredibly powerful ways in order to track the growth of your business. And what I say, what a lot of people say is where performance is tracked, our progress is tracked, our progress is made. So you definitely want to track your progress, not only your finances, because I know that that's a primary focal point, but you want to track everything from your sales and marketing, your spend, your customer retention program. Set up some key indicators and get focused on tracking those things so you can determine whether or not you're growing and or you're dying. And the 5th and final area where I see the biggest mistake is that people sell on price instead of the incredible value that they have or experience that they provide. They don't focus enough on high-end repairs. They don't focus enough on driving their repair costs up by adding value. There's 2 ways that you can sell. You can sell on being the lowest price leader or the high cost provider. It doesn't benefit you one bit to be the low cost leader unless you can actually do that. Costco wholesale companies do that, Walmart, things of that nature. They are actually the low price leader and they benefit from that. But all other companies that try to compete with them directly, there's no benefit in doing that unless you can actually be the low cost leader. And most of us can't. We got more overhead. We got things to consider, as opposed to a fly-by-night Dent repair company or automotive hail repair company. If you have a company that's less established, that has less employees and less overhead, they can be low cost leaders. That's not where you want to play. You don't want to play within the price sector, or you don't want to sell on price. You want to sell on value, and you want to make sure that you're spotlighting your value every single day. So hopefully you got a ton of value out of that. The top 5 biggest mistakes that I see in the paintless dent automotive hail repair industry. I want to encourage you. I have a presentation, a follow-up presentation to this, where I actually go through how to overcome these top 5 mistakes and some of the tools, software, training, coaching that you can get in order to accomplish and overcome these top 5 mistakes that we're seeing in your industry on a regular basis. So click through. There's going to be a link in the description of this video. There's going to be a link on the page. Make sure that you fill out your information, click through, and we'll see you on the inside. Until the next time we speak, make today and every day a fantastic day. It's a beautiful day. We'll talk with you real soon.